All right, this is a great keep in round 2 here. Just really a nice hand. We get to go Visionary, which hopefully somewhere along the line finds our third land, into Elite, get another dude. Got a Reeve Soul for early threats that are intimidating. Finding land is always going to be beneficial since we've got this huge demon we're building towards. No 2-drop is nice. Flashback Marauder, once again, really nice draw. Seems worth a Flashback Marauder. Could actually play the Elite, but maybe he's a dedicated artifact deck. And since he's blue-red, there's a pretty high probability that he has like token cards. So I'm going to go Marauder into Empath, I think is my plan. Like, I think there's just a good chance he plays the 4-drop 1/2 flyer that gives him a 1/1. And then he would be able to get in for 4. So I think just taking out the Ram Roller now, getting a 3/1. Next turn, Empath. Turn after that, Elite. Reeve Soul, possibly. Yeah, all right. So kind of as expected. Orchard Spirit's actually a fine draw too, but I still think we want Empath here. Empath lets us go Elite Orchard Spirit next turn, which I think is better. So hopefully it's like Creature Swamp, because then I can leave both on top and still draw the creature and the swamp. Forest I don't need, so we'll bottom that, top Shaman. This Empath has been phenomenally good. No attacks, no plays. So he's leaving up Bone to Ash mana. I think we'll play the Shaman first because I'd rather have the Elite here. So, and he knows about the Shaman. So let's go Shaman. I guess we can swing with our Empath first. And this is okay if he trades because we still get Shaman plus Elite. And if he counters Shaman, it's okay because we still get the Soul Hoarder. Oh, wow. The quantity of value we're getting on this is like staggering. Wow. It's an interesting one. Yeah, we just got a ridiculous amount of value from that. Next turn, follow up with Kalthofed. I'm not even sure I want to play it into a Bone to Ash if he has nothing. I'd rather just do Orchard Spirit. I mean, I'm content beating him down with these little things, playing around a counter spell to the best of my ability. Yeah, I'm gonna chill. I think playing a demon into potential counterspell could be a mistake. Or he's got a flash, dude. Oh, Ravaging Blaze. Okay, well. Guess I'll take my 4. I mean, we're still winning this race. Kind of want him to just tap out. No artifacts on board. He can Clash of Wills me if that's his last card. I think I go Rock Smaller. Rock Smaller plays around Clash of Wills. I just don't see a reason to not play around a counter spell. Like, yes, I'd be doing 2 extra, like, evasive damage here, but okay. That was a weird game. I think the worst play he made was the conclusion on the Deadbridge Shaman. I mean, that was just so much value for us. This card can definitely be a problem against us. We only saw a couple cards that produce artifacts, but I think it'd be wishful thinking to believe he didn't have a lot more. So I might just be okay bringing 1 in again. But do I really need it? I mean, that card can be really annoying. We have a lot of X1s. Lot of X1s. How badly do I need like a Gnarl Root Trapper or a Thornbow Archer? I'd rather have the Archer. 1/2 body actually seems decent against him. And giving my Elves Death Touch seemed kind of irrelevant since all of his guys were kind of small anyway. Like, this is better against his 1/1 artifact guys than this is. Although this gets me to my empaths faster. I almost want empath, to be honest. Again. Like, I thought playing 3 of them was a mistake, but they've just been so good. Maybe I just don't play Caterpillar. Like, that artifact enchantment can be annoying, but let's just bring in another empath. I don't know. I feel like it's good for us. All right. It's a fine hand. Nothing crazy. But we have our 3 empaths now, which makes the Trapper more useful. None in hand, though. And we also have 2 Read the Bones. I mean, our deck consists of like 5 straight-up good value, high-value cards. Throwing Knife's very good. I actually really like that card. Maybe the Caterpillar is something we want. Yeah, actually, the Caterpillars make sense against the Artifact deck. The problem is they're not very good. I probably should have just brought them in, yeah. See, this is where they suck. It's not like I want to sacrifice a Caterpillar to take out a Thopter token, but our opponent is just, like, massively ahead of us right now. Oof. Yeah, that was a real rough draw. I'm going to attack. We have 5 cards that just straight up reek of value right now. That we really would like to draw. So my plan is play Orchard Spirit. Maybe he equips Throwing Knife, gets in, doesn't have any follow-up. We'll use Wild Instincts to kill his equipped Thopter, take an artifact off the board. Because I don't feel like he wants to sacrifice Throwing Knife. Yeah. If he does sacrifice Throwing Knife, we're not in that much trouble anyway. If he gets rid of Throwing Knife, we're still okay. I kind of don't really want him to get rid of it. I feel like he doesn't either, but I don't know. I just feel like because he's got the, yeah. Like this I'm okay with. Obviously we're taking some fairly big damage here, but I get to Wild Instincts his token, take care of that, get in for 5, which is pretty good actually. And this feels like a pretty safe opportunity to do this too. Like now we get an artifact off the board. I get in for 5. He has to kind of use some mana during his turn to equip Throwing Knife. Actually, I guess I leave Trapper back. So this way, if he equips Throwing Knife, I can still block his Gearcrafter. Which I think I would do. Obviously, it's not great value for us, but I think the Trapper's kind of outlived its usefulness. It's pretty good. All right. We're bringing in both of our... yeah, we're definitely bringing in both of our... can't think of their stupid names. Caustic Caterpillars. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Bringing in both of them, for sure. I didn't realize... I should have brought them both in the first time around. I didn't think about that long enough. So now we just swing with Spirit. I guess I can swing with Trapper too. I kind of need to push some damage through while I still can. And he really can't attack with the Throwing Knife too well. Like, he can take out our Shaman now if he equips the Gearcrafter with the Throwing Knife and throws it at it. And he still can make Thopters because he'll have an artifact creature. But at least he has to discard and he loses a Throwing Knife. But then again, maybe I just want to keep my Shaman and keep swinging at him. I really am kicking myself hard for not bringing in those Caterpillars. In my mind, I was thinking it would just deal with Thopters, but that doesn't make any sense since we already saw at least the Ram Rotter or whatever it's called. Oh, that's so good right for now for him. Yeah, it's pretty powerhouse. So I guess our best hope at this point is find something big. Like find our rock skies. We do have 3 impats we could draw. But we are in top deck mode, which is really not where you want to be. If he attacks with Gearcrafter alone, I'm going to take it. If he attacks with Artificer, I'll trade. I don't like this trade that much. Well, thankfully he doesn't either. But we need to draw some actual... There we go. Thank God we have 3 of these. So I could use the Trapper, but that seems so speculative that I'll draw. I mean, I could just draw a 2 or 3 drop Elf anyway. So let's dig. We got to find some big threats here. He's making dudes every turn, and we got to deal with that quick. I think Read the Bones is more valuable as a card next turn than hoping to draw a creature off the top. Could have attacked with Deadbridge Shaman, but he would have blocked with Gearcrafter, I think. Not equipping is pretty scary. Oh, and he gets to... Yeah, that's so powerful. That is so powerful. I guess we ditch the Visionary, keep the Mauler. Sadly, I can't even play the Mauler, which is pretty harsh. All right, I'll just concede. There's no way to come back in this game. Absolutely, like there's nothing I could draw. So double Caterpillar comes in. Yeah, that Chandra's Fury is going to be absolutely insane against us too. Do I want to go for the Zendikar's Royal Plan instead? I don't like it. I really don't like that. I've got to make another cut. I think we probably cut... maybe the Titanic Growth goes. He's got all the 1/1 blockers. I mean, the Titanic Growth's best on the Rock Mauler anyway. All right, let's do this. So basically, I've got to save my Caterpillars for... This is good. We at least get to go Elite into Spirit, or Elite into Read the Bones, maybe. I'm going to play Elite turn 2, though. I don't see why I shouldn't. Just to get another Elf, I don't think is... Getting another Elf is nice, but... I'm trying to think if I want to go on the Beatdown plan instead. Maybe I do. Just Elite into Spirit into Empath. That's probably better. That's a good draw. That's a really nice draw. Because now if he's got like a 2/3 blocker, we can just eat it and keep the aggro going. But I like playing the Spirit here instead of the Read the Bones. I think Read the Bones is something that we want to clean up on eventually. No plays? That's interesting. So if he's got Clash of Wills, we'll let him bust it. Or Calculated Dismissal, for that matter. That's okay. I would have liked to have resolved that, but it's not going to change that much, I don't think. If he just plays the enchantment here, we're actually in okay shape. We can go read the bones and maybe find one of our caustic guys. Three. Well, I'll fight it. Gets an artifact off the board. Lets us continue beating. He does offset our... No. Well, is that better? I think Fleshbag's not going to get too much better than now. Like, if I Wild Instincts, I get in for 6, though. The problem with Fleshbag, of course, being as soon as he plays a token, that plan kind of goes out the window. So I could play Marauder. Yeah, you know what? I think I play Marauder and sack Marauder and get in for 4. And set up Wild Instincts for, like, the next thing. This is tough. I think keeping my elites better against all his 1/1s, though. Because Fleshbag's kind of bad against that. Alright, I convinced myself. Although... I mean, I could still... What's Wild Instincts? Well, Wild Instincts deals with more stuff. Alright, I decided on... but if I draw a land, I can go Fleshbag plus Read the Bones. Alright, I'm going Wild Instincts. That's the deciding factor, actually. The deciding factor is if I draw a land, I get to play 2 spells next turn. I think that's better value. Like... Fleshbag Marauder, definitely worse now against, like, any sort of token effect, but he still has to sack one of them. Obviously, it's not great. It's not very good value, but I think it's probably for the best. Like, now I can Read the Bones, get a land, Fleshbag Marauder. Yeah, I think that's better. I kind of don't want to get a land off Read the Bones, though, to be honest. Alright, 0 value Reclusive Artificer is very nice for us. So, land would be amazing. But I kind of don't want to be honest, I kind of don't want to do Read the Bones. Well, pan out perfect, because I wanted to do... I guess I Read the Bones first now. Reeve Soul. That's interesting. I guess I'll take a Reeve Soul. Definitely didn't want the land there. We'll still Marauder. It just makes better use of the mana. And I am going to sack the Marauder. The Marauder's just worse against him in general, I think. Like... Alright. Obviously not super intimidated by that. Alright, well, potential lethal here. Guess we go for it. Definitely casting it on the elite. Cool. All right. Kept him off of plays for the duration of the game. And we're finally going to start drawing into some... Wow. Well, we're going to keep him off artifacts and enchantments and such. Yeah, we had some super live draws coming up, which is good. So we basically just aggroed him out. And made it so calculated dismissal just wasn't good anymore. So cool. All right. I'll take the victory. And we'll see you in round 3.